Honda Ridgeline is probably the most unique mid-sized truck on the market today, with its unibody construction instead of body-on-frame and car-like handling on the road. Although many people don't like the Ridgeline for its non-truck-like features, a lot of people are also huge fans of its fuel economy, incredible practicality, and its reliability as a workhorse truck that gets the job done. So join us today as we explore why the 2025 Honda Ridgeline is worth waiting for these 6 huge reasons. Number 6. The beloved V6 returns. Many truck owners consider the Honda Ridgeline to be the truck for non-truck people because of its unibody frame and its lack of ground clearance compared to all other trucks. Ironically though, it is one of the only mid-sized truck options on the market today that offers a 6-cylinder engine under the hood, along with the Nissan Frontier. Following the downsizing trend to meet fuel economy standards, all other mid-sized pickup trucks from other manufacturers have chosen to go with 4-cylinder turbos as their powertrain. So if you are a die-hard enthusiast of the old-school naturally aspirated V6 engines in your mid-sized trucks, the Ridgeline should definitely be on your radar. Fans of the Honda Ridgeline can breathe a sigh of relief as the legendary naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 that we all know and love has returned for the 2025 model year as well. This powertrain offers 281 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 262 foot-pounds of torque at 4,700 RPM. This engine is linked up to a ZF 9-speed automatic transmission, which shifts effortlessly whether you are just puttering around town or you're going through on the highway. Now, some might call this powertrain ancient and outdated, but in our opinion, Honda has chosen wisely to persevere with a proven design instead of implementing very radical changes like all other manufacturers seem to be doing these days. Smaller displacement turbocharged engines might be the future, as some people claim. However, there's a sense of familiarity and reliability with a good old naturally aspirated V6 engine. Number 5. Quirkiest tailgate and the bed in the segment. The new 2025 Honda Ridgeline retains the original and practical features that made it stand out, particularly its bed and tailgate. While the bed may seem standard at first glance, it offers unique functionalities. With the tailgate up, the bed of the truck measures 64 inches, longer than many of its competitors, and extends to 83 inches with the tailgate down. What sets the Ridgeline apart are its versatile tailgate functions, unlike those of its rivals. The Ridgeline's tailgate can open to the side, not just down. This unique feature proves extremely useful when loading heavy items. Speaking of loading heavier items, Honda Ridgeline's ground clearance is often criticized by truck guys who claim it's too low to the ground. However, that low ground clearance also means that loading heavy cargo is not a logistical nightmare like some lifted trucks out there. Another noteworthy aspect of the Ridgeline's bed is its lack of pronounced wheel wells compared to other mid-sized trucks in the bed. So you'll be able to use the complete width of the bed, which measures 60 inches, unlike many other trucks where wheel wells would limit the use of the bed a lot. This design allows for easier loading of items like sheets of drywall or plywood, which makes it surprisingly practical for actual work purposes. Returning from previous models is the lockable in-bed storage space, a standout feature. This trunk provides a secure space for valuables or items needing protection from the elements. At 7.3 cubic feet, it offers ample storage and can also be used as a cooler, complete with a drain plug for easy water disposal. This feature remains unique to the Ridgeline in its class, making it a practical choice for those needing both utility and security for their precious cargo. It also makes Honda Ridgeline the best mid-sized truck for tailgate parties, as it already comes with an in-bed trunk to store all your goodies. Number 4. Impressive tow ratings and fuel economy. What good is a truck if it can't tow? Really? Well, the Honda Ridgeline does not disappoint in this aspect either. The Ridgeline can tow up to 5,000 pounds and has a payload rating of a little south of 1,600 pounds. While some mid-sized trucks offer more towing capacity than the Ridgeline, such as the new Tacoma, which can tow up to an impressive weight of 6,500 pounds, Honda has another trick up its sleeve, in the form of exceptional fuel economy for the Ridgeline. Honda Ridgeline is able to get 18 miles to the gallon in the city and 24 on the highway, and has a combined fuel economy of 21 miles per gallon, which isn't shabby at all. The Ridgeline also comes with variable cylinder management, or VCM, which is just cylinder deactivation in plain English. This helps to boost the fuel economy figures a lot, as the engine can deactivate a bank of cylinders under low-stress highway driving conditions by running on just 3 cylinders instead of 6, so drivers can have the best of both worlds. For the 2025 model year, we still won't have any hybrid powertrain option, which is a bit disappointing. Hopefully, Honda will consider a hybrid option for those looking for that extra bit of fuel economy. They will probably offer a hybrid option for the Ridgeline after they have updated the Pilot. Number 3. Improved interior features. The interior storage capacity of the 2025 Ridgeline continues to impress, offering ample space for all your personal belongings. The wireless charging spot remains conveniently located for easy charging. The instrument cluster, which previously featured analog gauges, has been upgraded to a fully digital 7-inch display in the 2025 model. While this change might surprise some, it results in a faster and more modern screen, aligning with other recent Honda models. The 2025 Ridgeline includes a new 9-inch colored infotainment touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Importantly, physical buttons and knobs for essential functions like climate control and volume are retained, avoiding the need to rely solely on the touchscreen. As automotive enthusiasts who hate the trend where manufacturers stick every type of control behind a touchscreen, we have to congratulate Honda for going with a more traditional and user-friendly approach with their interior space. Something we also have to mention is that these updates for the interior, namely the 7-inch gauge cluster and the 9-inch infotainment screen, all come as standard for all trim options, including the base Sport trim. All trims of the 2025 Ridgeline feature a backup camera displayed on the infotainment screen. However, front and rear parking sensors are only available on the Trail Sport and Black editions, not as standard across all trims. Having such an essential, not standard for all trims is kind of a bummer, especially in this day and age, but at least there isn't a huge price difference between the trims, which we'll discuss shortly. The center console has been revamped, integrating the armrests and significantly expanding the storage compartment inside. These enhancements improve the functionality and convenience of the interior space in the new Ridgeline. Number 2. Off-road trim gets even beefier. Factory off-road trims are all the rage these days, as people are willing to pay considerably more for popular off-road trims, such as the TRD Pro from Toyota, ZR2 from Chevy, Pro 4X from Nissan, and many more. Honda, seeing the success of these off-road oriented trims from other manufacturers, came up with its own off-road trim, which is called the Trail Sport. People have criticized this trim as being a mainly cosmetic package that does not add any meaningful changes to the truck for being more prepared for the off-road. Honda has heeded these criticisms and will be offering more features for the 2025 Ridgeline Trail Sport. First, the 2025 model will include the current upgrades that come with the Trail Sport trim, which includes an underbody skid plate that protects the oil pan, off-road oriented suspension, and general grabber all-terrain tires to make it worthy off-road. However, for the 2025 model year, the Trail Sport trim will also bring an electronically locking rear differential and a lift that offers better ground clearance to help you conquer all the trails you might come across. If you're in the market for a Ridgeline and also interested in going off the beaten path, we highly suggest you wait for the 2025 model to be released for these new updates. Number 1. Trims and competitive pricing. Like the previous generations, the 2025 Honda Ridgeline will be offered in 4 different trim levels. These trims being the Sport, RTL, Trail Sport, and Black Edition. Sport and RTL can be considered as the base level trims, whereas Trail Sport and Black Edition are the more luxurious trims that have more features. An important thing to note is that all trims come with the same 3.5-liter V6 engine, and they are all-wheel drive. It is also a welcome change to see that all safety features, apart from the parking sensors as discussed, come as standard for all trims. As for pricing, we are only expecting inflationary price increases for all trims, nothing more. The base Sport trim is estimated to start from $40,500, whereas the Trail Sport trim is estimated to start at $46,000. The highest Black Edition trim will be selling at around $47,500.